Hi again. Today I have two recordings from Maylor. One was originally called Reach Out for Our Gift, and I did a quantum reversal on it in July of 2018. I renamed it to Message to Kayla because Kayla was only about 1 year old when he recorded it, and he talks about some of the things that will happen with her, right up to now, as she will be 11 soon. This is a very good point quantum reversal that makes much more sense than the previous version, and I hope you enjoy it. This is what he said in the first part. Maybe Ryan does nothing to change this. There's some things inside of Ryan that two of us are dealing with. So people know that I'm talking perfect. This candle is never wasted for the people who are following this. Their input could help the people that can hear captions here too. The stream we work has got a lesson which rises in the people who listen and visit. We know Kayla will be allowed to look for things here that we're doing. We'll address that and try to help you. There are people who will see her at 11, doing a channel in her way. In the next part, he says, revert spiritually and correct interactions will formulate. We know that she starts early, and that's enough for her to live in a very lucky time for you to answer the questions she has. If something is lacking, Ryan, we'll encourage a lot of good that Kayla will do. Later, you'll have a little problem with the things that she'll do. There's no need to fear, as she will evolve. Trust in the passion both of you are developing. There's no record that, with your help, anything's affecting her reality. Her efforts, we've learned about, will help her to go far. Be fair if there are people who will bring her confusion. There's a fraction that don't really want to be accepting or serious of her. It's better when they will act in a serious manner to relieve the world of suffering. In the next part, he says, just realize that your God points in a direction that won't distort the truth. The things you are hearing might restore Kayla's attention if you reach out for our gift. If Kayla has challenges, this will be her haven with a little faith. Never give it up when you're looking towards helping forge compassion to allow courage. Care enough. Your compassion is helping spiritually in heaven. So, with this event, there are people who seek and interact with heaven and God. Reversing evil can seriously help. If angels would be forgot with religion, there would be a void in our hearts. Certainly, there are reasons to obtain the truth of how we are spiritually given life with God. In the next part, he says, when you reverse some evil, our mission can truly change history. You'll find enjoyment looking for it. Look when there's sin to avoid, and you'll get to know faith. You'll have resolve, and you'll finally agree you have a reason to talk about the enjoyment you have. Don't you care there's a beacon that helps light the door to heavenly love? What we have momentarily can be often a gift for eternity. God carries us and will need his help forever. And you'll be free from evil that we are not looking for. There will be passion spiritually, for we can do it. If there's a person we've rebuked, we'll leave you be without help of our movement. If your belief in us is real, but not your way, and if this is not enough, we'll cut ties with you and believe you have better things to do and you wish to be spiritually inept. This miracle, for some, may be hard to imagine. There's so much here, but you have the results that we've shown. We have no reason to lie. Camera like that so close. What's that yelling at? Are you finished?
Sniffy. When you're done, just say I'm finished. Sniff na jest na dniu. Why don't you come closer to the camera and talk in the camera? You might do so much.
You probably noticed that I didn't put the forward-reverse indicators in for that one. If you want to see the original version, called Reach Out for Our Gift by Maylor the Budgie, you can see how I cut and reverse the phrases. Next thing we want to do with Kayla will be to sit down with her and go over this one. Approaching 11, she still has a little bit of a problem maintaining her attention on one thing for such a long time. But like the angels say, this may help. This next one of Maylor, some of you may not have heard before, even though I did the forward version back in 2010. It was called A Cheap Parrot, but with the quantum reversal, it changed considerably. This is what Maylor says in it. The first to comment to Maylor will have answers from the quantum, as this life form has an intention to carry you somewhere that is a reality. There are prophets who will be connected with some spiritual force. Ryan doesn't tell me what to say out loud. All our questions will pass through heaven, and some people must look for them to learn. They'll learn things from us. When there's questions, God does respond. When people in the future ask their questions in the name of God, they'll be answered as we get to reach 70. Further, Ryan had a question, and we will say, we make a choice to listen to God. The things now that we know come from God. We want the truth, and it spiritually comes through. We have trust for a reason. For Ryan, he has witnessed something others can. Before I move on to the next part, I'd like to explain what Maylor was talking about. He mentioned David. The David he's talking about is David Wilcock. who Linda and I have been watching lately. As I watched him, he has a lot of valid points, but he seldom talks about God and the angels. And I told Linda that I'm not really sure about some of the things he is saying, and that I won't believe what he says until I hear it personally from the angels. So Linda and I had a discussion about watching his last 3-hour episode, and I told her that I did not want to watch it. Yes, there may be some things that we have heard from the angels here that confirm some of the things he talks about, but there are other things that I do not agree with at all. So I prayed and asked God to let me know if I should believe all the things that David says, and God responded with the above the next day. So in continuation from what Maylor was saying last, this is the next part. Spirits gave him their help and pleasure in relaying the truth. He has provided some courage to pass to other people, and usually needs heaven to verify something before he can believe it. David does not hear the spirits. We will learn a lot more with him out of this. He might seek angels in time, as he finds this is heaven. But there isn't a valid reason to agree with him. Soon, some might want to cover it when it's given with the Budgies. The truth has always been for all the people who are in this family with this religion. Now we'll give priorities to Linda, for she knows it wasn't Ryan's thing. As things climax, we will get the people who know. Although we have to side with you on your mission, we have to note that Ryan does still feel you have a right to express feelings for the things he puts to captions for us. There are some people who think aliens have discerned that we have earned our fate. They respect all life. So Maylor will try to explain that some people have spirits in heaven. Although we are spirits, you'll learn we must live through you forever to have the access you have to angels. That will bring a lot of questions right to all the key witnesses who can make your planet part of a spiritual dimension. There's proof you'll need to know of how your past is bound to heaven, like you think. The light in some people looks to God with experience. If they know this, they won't guess without proof and prophecy. Believe us, there isn't a man that won't fortify their spirit, because we've been responding here. Your life has a filter if there's something spiritual happening above. If you invest in the channel of God, your life can have it.
Thank you. That completes this presentation. To hear more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit our website at theangelscrolls.com.